but I'm going to show you an amazing opportunity for you to get your CPA exam paid for. A full $1,500 to pay for you to take the CPA exam. And we're going to talk about some other opportunities that are out there for you to get money to pass the CPA exam and to fund your accounting career and all kinds of stuff. So let's go. This is the AICPA exam, AICPA Foundation CPA Scholarship, and it is $1,500 for 50 people from the AICPA to pass the CPA exam. So we're going to talk about the program overview so you can get the exact details on what that means. But I want to highlight that right now, the open date to apply. This is June 1st, 2023. It just opened, I think today maybe the 5th or the 7th or something. So it's only been open for a few days. And it doesn't close until September 30th. You got about 2 months to apply for this scholarship from the AICPA, okay? To take advantage and be one of the 50 people who get up to $1,500 to pass and take the CPA exam. There's some details that you need to know in order to make sure that you qualify to be one of these 50 people. So we're going to talk about that. And then let's say that you're somebody who doesn't qualify for the 50 because, yes, I know it's only 50 people. There are a lot of people trying to take the CPA exam. Don't worry. There are some other resources that we're going to talk about in this video so that you can take advantage and find an opportunity for you as well to be able to fund your goals. So this is going to be fun. So let's talk about this. I'm going to go ahead and minimize myself, and I'm going to I'm going to zoom us in on this so we can go through this together. And I just want to say before we jump into this, one of the hurdles about taking the CPA exam for a lot of people is the exam costs, okay? If you want to be an accountant, if you want to be a certified accountant, a certified public accountant, there are some costs associated with going down that journey, right? The pipeline of becoming a CPA. And the CPA exam costs are for relatively the smaller portion of a lot of costs associated with becoming a CPA. If you're talking about going to college and you got to go through all your courses to get qualified and get your 120 to 150 college course credits to become qualified to be a CPA, that's a much bigger cost, right? But let's just talk about for those of you who are actually already on that path. Now you're at the stage where you're like, I want to become a CPA, but it's going to cost me a few $100s per section to even take the exam, and I've got to figure out how to come up with this money. So the AICPA understands that this is a challenge for people. Therefore, they have created a lot of scholarships. But this specific scholarship, the AICPA Foundation CPA Exam Scholarship, is created to help you with that obstacle. So let's talk about the program overview, okay? So you must be signed to thiswaytothecpa.com before being able to apply for this scholarship. If you have never registered an account on the site, register above. As a student or professional, current students should select join the AICPA to register. As a student, graduates should select create your free account. So essentially, what you have to do to apply is you have to go to thiswaytothecpa.com. So let's just stop for a second and talk about thiswaytothecpa.com. It is a very, very resourceful website. It has been around for a long time. I think, well, not a long time, but it's been around for a while. I believe it's a website that was created by the AICPA, and it had always had content on there that shows you the ins and outs of what you can do from your high school journey to becoming a CPA and all the resources you need to know, the path to get there, the type of opportunities that you can have and get there. Similar to the video that we did on the Accounting Plus website, which is a newer website made by the CAQ. This is a different website that's made by the AICPA. It's called This Way to the CPA. I'm going to jump into it in a second, but I also want to mention that the site has actually had some changes, I guess, within the last couple years or so, because the AICPA has now joined with CIMA, which is the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants. Don't quote me on that acronym, but I believe that's what it is. And they've come together because they want to partner to make the CPA licensure and profession a more global and internationally recognized certification. So that's a good thing. That means for those of you who go out and become a CPA, a certified public accountant, that your certification is going to open opportunities for you, not just in the United States, but all over the world. Their goal is to bring the awareness and bring the prestige and bring the opportunities of being a CPA to all corners of the earth. So pass the CPA exam and you can go and work in any country in the world, basically, in short, right? So that's what the AICPA and CIMA is together. I'll do a video on them because I was like, I got to do a video on this website and these organizations. I haven't done it yet, but we're going to get to it. But I wanted to bring that up because this way to the CPA has actually had some design changes lately, and still, I think most of the content is still there, but it definitely looks different now. So if you are somebody who's seen it in the past, today it looks different. So in a different video, I'll walk through that website specifically. We are going to touch on that website a little bit today, but in order to apply for the AICPA CPA Exam Scholarship, you've got to register on thiswaytothecpa.com. So if we were to do that, what it would look like is you go here and you hit this apply button. It's going to take you to thiswaytothecpa.com, and it's going to basically tell you to fill out a registration form. So if you're somebody who hasn't ever created an account with the AICPA or with This Way to the CPA, I'm just going to ask that you go ahead and fill out this information. If you are a student, membership is free. If you are a faculty member or if you are a graduating professional or professional, I don't believe it's free, but it's probably not a whole lot of cost. Like I said, I'll do a whole video about membership and things for this website specifically. Right now, I just want to stick to the scholarship. But go ahead, if you don't have an account and you want to apply for the scholarship, go ahead in here and just apply. Just put your information in here, or you can even sign in with your LinkedIn account to get access, right? So overall, you want to find the way to sign up through AICPA.com. To sign up through This Way to the CPA. Overall, what you want to do is sign up to This Way to the CPA so that you can go ahead and apply. So that's what this first part is talking about. So let's go on to the next part. The scholarship was created to assist current students and graduates who are CPA candidates with some of the costs of taking the CPA exam. At least 50 extraordinary applicants will be paid up to $1,500 in a lump sum to reimburse and assist with the expenses for the CPA exam and CPA exam preparatory courses. So let's talk about that. Yes, it doesn't mean they're just going to give you $1,500 to take the CPA exam. The way it works is you are going to have to come up with the money on your own, at least for this scholarship, to pay for your exam. But once you do that, you are going to be reimbursed for the cost. So essentially, you get paid back for the cost that you put into it. So yeah, you might have to go to work, you might have to go, cut some lawns or whatever it is, sell some stuff online to get the money that you need to take the exam. But if you qualify as one of these 50 candidates that receives the scholarship, you will be reimbursed for the cost for the CPA exam. So applicants must apply. Now, here's what you got to do in order to get to qualify for this. So applicants must provide a copy of their notice to schedule, okay, for at least one section of the CPA exam and a copy of the receipt for payment of the exam application fees. For reimbursement of the CPA exam preparatory course and material, applicants must provide proof of purchase with their application. Some recipients may be awarded less than a full amount of this scholarship. So I would say that this scholarship is probably fit best for anybody who's already really in the middle of the process of taking the CPA exam. You're serious, you've got your credits, you've met all the qualifications, and you're about to just pay out of pocket to make this thing happen. I would go ahead and apply for the scholarship because what you're going to be able to do is already have a lot of the information that you need to be able to qualify to be a recipient. So if you've got a notice to schedule, you just send them that notice to schedule. If you pay for the CPA exam and you pay whatever the fee is, $500-$600 just for the exam courses, you got your receipt online or within your email, you go ahead and submit that. And because you are already have paid and you're in that process, for one, you're probably going to qualify quicker than anybody who's not in that process. And for two, they're going to be able to reimburse you for your cost, which is going to be like, hey, I just got my stuff for free, right? So definitely, if you're one of those people who's right now in it, I will go ahead and make sure you've got until September 3rd of this year, 2023, September 30th of this year, 2023, to go ahead and apply for this scholarship. So if you apply, put it in the comments and let me know, hey, I went and applied, because I like to see that you all are really taking advantage of some of these opportunities that we're communicating on the channel. I want to just pause real quick and say this. I don't know, I mentioned this in other videos, but I want to mention this again. Did you know that when I was taking the CPA exam, I went to a NABA conference, a National Association of Black Accountants conference. That was a video that I actually said this in. So go see that video too on our channel. I think it's called Every Black Accountant Needs to Join This Organization. But when I was at a NABA Southern Region conference, there was a CPA. His name is escaping me because, forgive me, it's been some years, but I think his name was William Burt. He got up on stage and said, anybody who's taking the CPA exam right now, I'm going to pay for your CPA exam. And I remember there was this frenzy of people who were like, oh my gosh, I'm taking it right now. And everybody raised their hands. And I remember sitting there like, I'm taking it too. I've got my notes and schedule and everything. I think this was a region conference when I had already graduated and I was just going to get some opportunity to see if I could find opportunity for work. But he got up there and said he would pay for the CPA exam for anybody who could show that they had a notice to schedule, that they had already paid to take the exam, that he was going to reimburse and pay for the cost. And I worked with him and his team after that regional conference, and he actually paid for one of my sections. I believe it was regulation. And got one of my exam sections paid for. So it sounds like there's a similar theme here. I wonder if there's any connection, but it's similar qualifications. It's really I think this is really for people who are already in it and you're ready and you've already paid the money. You can go ahead and apply for the scholarship by the AICPA, and they will reimburse you to help you with your expenses. So it doesn't intend to reimburse university or tuition expenses. Obviously, those are way more costly, right, depending on the person, and may be taxable by the IRS. But in order to be eligible, you have to be an AICPA student affiliate or a member of the AICPA CPA exam candidate affiliate. Be an AICPA exam candidate affiliate. So then the next thing you need to do is you have to be someone who is planning to pursue the CPA licensure, but you're not currently a CPA, right? So like I had mentioned before, just understand that they're not going to give you any of the funds that they're talking about unless you can provide proof that you pay for your exam section or you pay for a CPA exam study course. The next thing is provide proof of eligibility by submitting a copy of your notice to schedule, right? Just like I said, for at least one part of the exam. So if you're somebody who's got more than one paid for, go ahead and submit all of them, because they most likely are going to qualify you to have your stuff paid for all of them. You have to be somebody who has not passed the CPA exam, right? Must have at least one part left to test. So let's say you're somebody who's already paid for 3 sections and you're still waiting to take a section. You can go ahead and apply. You could be somebody who's taking 2 parts and hasn't taken the other 2. You could be somebody who's taking 1 part and still needs to take the rest of the 3. Be able to describe why you need financial help to cover your CPA exam expenses. So let me see if I can give you a hand here for anybody who's thinking about trying to apply for this. I would say something like, I'm trying to get creative here and think. I watched CPA Diversity and I was inspired to pass the CPA exam, and I heard there's so many opportunities for a young, diverse person like myself, and I'm very inspired to get into the accounting profession because I believe I'm going to do some great things in my community and I'm going to do some great things in my life, and that's why I would love to be somebody who's qualified to go ahead, because this will help me to take the CPA exam, because I absolutely know I'm going to pass the exam without a doubt in my mind, and your money will be worth it. I will make sure your value is not lost, something to that degree. I'm not saying say that. I'm saying you got to make sure that you communicate the importance from your perspective as to why the AICPA should help you to pass the CPA exam. Let them know that you're serious. Let them know that you understand the opportunities that are out there. Let them know that you want to be one more person that contributes to making this profession and this world a better place. Whatever you decide is the right thing, go for it. you have to not be receiving any other scholarship grant or employer reimbursement that will fully cover the exam. So let's say you're one of the candidates that's working at Big Four. One of the things, and I'm not sure if you know, but you're going to be educated on it now if you're not aware, is if you're working at a Big Four firm, a lot of times the Big Four firms will cover your exam costs and they'll cover your CPA material costs. So what they're saying is if you're one of the people who do qualify and then you're in that situation, please do not apply for this scholarship because you can go through that avenue versus some people who are not blessed to have that type of opportunity to work in one of these firms that can reimburse the expenses. This is a good scholarship option for them. And we don't want to take that opportunity away from them when you have another opportunity that is just as good, if not better. So, and then you have to be a U.S. citizen or permanent resident, or a green card holder. So if you're an international candidate and you hold the green card, you are applicable to apply for this scholarship. And then if you're a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, you are as well. Applicants must provide the following required documents: a copy of your notice schedule and a copy of your receipt for your payment for your exam application fees. If applicable, receipts of paid exam preparatory courses, that's your study courses for the CPA exam, for reimbursement. No more than $1,500 in total will be reimbursed for selected recipients. Unofficial or official student issue academic transcripts from your graduate or undergraduate degree where 120 hours or 150 credit hour requirements was met, state dependent. So that is basically the minimum requirements for you to take the CPA exam with the 120 or actually take the exam and get your certification. That 150 is you meeting the mark on exam credits. If you have 150 credits, you can not only sit for the CPA exam, but you can also meet that qualification to get your CPA license. Whereas at 120, depending on the state, you can sit for the exam, but you still need to go get 150 credits to get your actual CPA license. So you have to show your transcript so that the AICPA can see where you are in that process. And most likely, if you're somebody who's 120 or 150 credit hours, you're going to be more qualified to be one of these 50 candidates than somebody who is not, right? Because here's an important thing to know about the scholarship. I believe, and I'm just going to say this, but I think this is an annual scholarship. They do this every year. This is not the first time that I've heard of the AICPA having scholarships for people to help them with the CPA exam. And actually, we have a video on our channel with Crystal Cook, who is currently serving as the Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at the AICPA. She has also mentioned how there are a lot of opportunities for scholarships with the AICPA. So go check out that video to learn more on that. Definitely be encouraged to go and apply for these scholarships. And specifically this one, you need a copy of your updated resume and you need to complete the online application. So honestly, it's not that hard of a process to qualify and to apply. There's a couple steps you have to do. If you have any questions, you can contact scholarships@aicpa.org. And if you're a member of AICPA or CIMA staff or family, you're not eligible to receive. And if you are, I would just talk to your family member because they probably can help you do some other things to make sure you get your stuff paid for. But you know what? That's it. That's it on this one. Now, 50 people this year will be rewarded this scholarship. If you are watching this video right now, go ahead and make sure that you do this today after you finish watching this video and subscribing and liking and commenting. Go ahead and find the time to register with This Way to the AICPA and apply for the scholarship. You've got 2 months to be one of the 50 people. But let's say you're somebody who doesn't qualify and you're like, man, I wish I qualified. I would say, for one, if you're somebody who may qualify in the future because you're in college and you're like, okay, when I graduate, I think I'm going to look for this scholarship. Keep this scholarship on your radar because, like I said, I believe it happens once a year. So when you are that person, when you do get to that point where you're like, I'm ready to take the exam, go ahead and start saving your money so you can just pay for the study material, pay for your exam sections, and then apply for this scholarship, and then you can just have all that money reimbursed right back to you, right? That's a good future kind of thought process about it. But then let's say you're just somebody who can't take advantage of this. I want to show you something that you can do. Hit this button, National Scholarship Search. If you go to this button here on this application, and we'll link this in the video, the AICPA, this way to CPA.com. This is why I say this is such a good website. They have so many resources because they have a national scholarship search database, basically. And you can go here and look through all the different scholarships that are available to you right now. And look, we've got in a deadline of September 10, 2023 on the Accounting Doctoral Scholarship Program. So let's see what this is about. AICPA Foundation and multiple participant universities. The program is financial assistance to individuals with recent public accounting experience and audit or tax to earn a doctorate in accounting with an emphasis in auditing, tax, accounting systems, or financial analytics. I'm telling you, some of these I'm just learning about, and I'm like, wow, like $20,000 to do this. Like, this is opportunity. I'm probably myself going to take advantage of some of these now that I know about it. But they've got an Accounting Scholars Development Program. They've got the Accounting Scholars Leadership Workshop, which is another one, which I'm going to do a video on. And you've got a deadline of this month, June 30th, on these two, right? So go ahead and take advantage of these if you qualify for them, and you just hit these detail buttons to understand more about what this is. You've got filters at the top. The filters at the top will help you to sort by and see what they need. Any scholarships for CPA exam, needs-based scholarships, right? So you just kind of click around and see. They've got scholarships specifically for minorities, and they've got university-related scholarships. So you need to go here and look through to see if there are any opportunities for scholarships for money. Look at the money they're handing out, $20,000, $12,000, $10,000 to take advantage of your specific situation. Now, some of these are closed. Some of these just recently closed. So this video itself is a tad bit late to show you some of the opportunities that were available for this year, 2023. But what I will say is this. There are a couple that are still open, so jump on those. There are a couple that are closing in September, so jump on those. But also bookmark this, save this, remember this database so that you can come back and revisit periodically to see what new opportunities are on this site. And like I said, we'll do a whole other video on this way to the CPA because I know it's a really good resource for all students and all professionals that are in the CPA profession and wanting to pursue becoming an accountant in the CPA. So, another hidden secret that is here for you to take advantage of. I mean, there's so much that is here that you can take advantage of for yourself to help your information and get to that end goal of becoming a CPA and a professional in business and get your career going, okay? So let's go back a few to this AICPA Foundation CPA Scholarship. Go apply for this. Go apply for this. This is something that can help you. And if you become a rewarded candidate and this video helped you to get that reward, please come back and comment and let me know because I'm all about making sure that you can take advantage of the opportunities that are out there to help you improve your life, help you get that CPA license, and help to contribute to the profession because, like I said before, this is a great profession. I think it's full of wonderful opportunities for people. That's it for now. We're going to come back. We're going to do another video on anything else that's an update that can help you all. So thank you for being a member of the community. Thank you for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe and comment, and I will see you on the next video. Later.